Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm talking about a Kizer knife that I've been absolutely loving since carrying and using this guy. This is the Shamshir. I'm going to go with that. It's Shamshir. I jokingly referred to this as the ShamWow a bunch of times now, just because I thought that infomercial was quite funny, and specifically the dude that did the infomercial. And I love when they were talking about the people at like they were at like some kind of fair or something. The people had the ShamWows that were brand new, and they're like, "Oh, I love it" and stuff. It's brand new in their hands, like they never used it. So how can they love it? Used to crack me up, but that has nothing to do with this knife, and neither does the name. I don't really know what the name means or how to, properly pronounce it, I guess. But you can let me know if I'm wrong. Let me show you on the box here what it is. But again, I'm going with Shamshir, Shamshire. I don't know, but it's right there. But anyway, as we're onto the box here, you can see the other details here. It is made in China, so if you're not into the Chinese knives, then obviously you won't be into this one. But I thought it was just really, really awesome. I love everything about this knife. It's comfortable in the hand. It's really cool looking, in my opinion, and it has very high-end materials. It performs wonderfully. This thing is like a razor blade. So some quick specs. I mean, we have a 3.2-inch blade here. It's flat grounds. This one is in CPM-S35VN, which is amazing. It's right there at the top like 5 to 10 steels of all time. Probably the top 5 in my opinion. But anyway, just like I said, I mean, this thing just rips through whatever you're throwing at it. I really like the blade design. I like this upswept blade. There's a ton of belly up front here, but you do have a nice long run of flat edge as well. If you're, choking up on the knife or cutting really low, if you're doing like a lot of push cuts and stuff, cardboard, whatever you happen to be doing, it's just really, really nice. It's a Framelock, titanium, all right, very comfortable in the hand. There's a one finger troll here, and it's just kind of a slope back, as you can see. Kind of an interesting design on the handle. Let me zoom in. So you see we have kind of like the flats are on the top bolster and towards the butt end of the knife, and this is cut out here. And just kind of like I don't know, it seems a little random, to be honest, but it works. It's fine. It's not uncomfortable in any way. It's pretty interesting. This does have double thumb studs, so it's ambidextrous, right or left side. I have no problem flicking out a thumb stud. I mean, people are into their flippers and stuff. I totally get it. But over the years, I mean, I've loved a lot of different types of opening mechanisms. I like thumb discs. I like holes in the blade. Again, thumb studs. I don't mind flippers. I don't mind front flippers. I kind of get all of it. And they're all cool in different ways and stuff. A lot of people like the holes in the blades, like particularly Spyderco. They'll lean towards that style of knife because if they use gloves, it's really easy to get in open with gloves and stuff. But I've always just been a thumb stud guy. Just super simple. You want to open it slow? Open it slow. You want to flick the thing open? Flick it open. I just love thumb studs. Super simple. As far as the length close, it's 4.3 inches. All right. Pocket clip on this is a little stubby. It's a shorty. All right, never had a problem carrying this, although I did kind of notice that it was a short little pocket clip. In pulling it out, like the tension on the pocket clip is pretty tight, but it's still usable. It's not like cold steel tight. I'll use the quotes there. And I love my cold steel knives. That's always been a gripe, is so many different models just have such a tight pocket clip. But this is very, very usable. It's just, like I said, a short little run. Some people might like that. Some people might not like that. One of my things about this is that I don't feel that pocket clip. All right, so I don't think it's on accident. I don't know if it's a design or design is a reason why they went with a short clip, but if this was longer, it might have, I might have felt it more in the hand. But when you really crank down on this and squeeze it, I don't know there's a pocket clip on there, and that's huge. That's a big deal. There's a lot of really awesome knives in the marketplace that it's just a little uncomfortable because the pocket clip is like, it lands in the middle of the frame. So having a little stubby here is totally fine by me. You can see it's partially open back. We just have that spacer towards the end there, which is jimped. I mean, if you were holding this in reverse grip, which I don't really stab things very often, but it's extremely comfortable to hold it like this. It's actually quite menacing looking, But yeah, because of the jimping here, you have a very good grip for your thumb. So if you really were slamming into something with this, it has a nice point. Which I don't know what you're slamming into, but maybe it won't have a nice point after that. But reverse grip is very comfortable as well. The overall length is 7.5 inches, and the weight on this is 3.3 ounces. Okay, so it's like right in the middle. It's not heavy, it's not light. Doesn't really stand out as either or. It's just a common folder. Even though it's all metal, it's starting to get cold here. You know, it's not cold enough to really matter, but I always like pointing this out for the people who live in, you know, extreme climates. If you have extreme cold, your knife will be cold if it's all metal. I mean, it should be like common sense, but something you might not think about. You know, if you live in a really cold environment and have really rough winters, you might want to stay away from the all metal knives during those months. But just something to consider. I mean, not a lot of people think about stuff like that, and not a lot of people are generally outside. Like, let's say it's, I don't know, 15 degrees out. You know, are you outside for hours on end for this to get like ice cold? And if you are in that environment, you probably have gloves. It's just these random scenarios where, okay, maybe you're going to the store and now you're outside, you're cleaning off your car for 25 minutes and it's like, you know, 30 degrees out or 25 degrees out. It's like, you know, cold, not too cold. But then you go take your knife out to use for something, you don't have gloves for some reason. It's cold. It's very cold. But like I said, I mean, in most situations, if it's that cold, you probably have gloves anyway, so maybe it's not an issue. It's just things that I've noticed over the years every now and again. It's not common, it's not often, but when it's really, really hot, an all-metal knife is hot. When it's really, really cold, it's cold too. So something just to keep in mind. The price on these are pretty consistent at about 150 bucks. And I think that is priced perfect. I think it is worth every penny of the $150 that it gets. If you don't have any problem with buying high quality knives and, you know, are made in China, then this is definitely one that should be on your radar. All right, $150. Like I said, premium materials. The fit and finish is fantastic. There's no blade play in any direction. It's a good looking knife. It's very comfortable. It works well. I mean, what else can you ask for, really? It's a little more on the slender side. I use quotes there because I'm feeling like it's more slender, you know, more of a skinnier, longer type knife as opposed to like a, you know, short fat knife or something. But again, that's totally opinion. It just depends on what types of knives you're carrying normally. Overall, I really do love this knife. I mean, it's just performed fantastic. The only thing I don't like about it is just aesthetic. I just don't understand this random cutout here. If you look at it, it's maybe a little bit phallic. If you don't know what that means, then don't worry about it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. So sorry if that ruined it for you. But if you don't see it, then don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, I love the knife. I think it's really great. I definitely would consider that as an option for a like higher end, you know, quotes. But higher end, because I mean, who knows what you consider higher end? $200, $500, $1,000, I don't know. I think $150 is a lot of money. I don't care what kind of knives you buy. $150 is a lot of money. I don't care how much you make. You make $300,000 a year. $150 is still a lot of money to me. So yes, I would consider that a higher end knife. Real quick, just the box packaging, in case you're interested. All right, you can see this. Where's the, yeah, there's a sleeve. I went to go lift the front. I'm like, there must be a sleeve. And then I went to go push, but it's kind of tight. So it didn't push right away. But yes, there is a sleeve over top of the box. There we go. This is interesting, and it's the reason why I saved this packaging to show you this. Just a little bit different. These kind of open up like that, which is kind of cool. It's a nice presentation. You have your... what's it called? Your cloth. So this slides out. You have your Kizer wipe down cloth, which is really nice. Paperwork on the back. All right, show you that real quick here. So accordion style. Flip it over. A couple different languages. Thanks for choosing Kizer. Hope you like your knife, all that kind of stuff. All right, slips back in that, which I'll put away later. And then we open this up. The knife was in a bag. All right, preserve it. And then we have a fairly nice pouch here. Okay, so it's not like one of those, I mean, some knives, I'm trying to think of something offhand, like BladeHQ or whatever, sometimes you have the double pouches that have like the, you know, really thick plush inserts, so like you're not going to scratch a knife or anything like this, but it's not like super soft or anything. But I just like the style. You know, I really like the style here. So if you wanted to, you know, chose to carry a knife in here and kept it in the pocket or something, or if you just want to store it with all your other knives separately so they don't get scratched up. It's just nice. I mean, packaging is not important to me, but it's always like a really nice bonus. Like I wouldn't buy or trade for a knife because of its packaging, ever. You know, sheaths, pouches, if it comes with a cloth or not, none of that stuff matters to me, but it's always a really nice bonus that just kind of puts a smile on your face. All right, I mean, you spend $150 on a knife, it's cool when you get extra stuff. And for some reason, it seems like in the industry, the more you spend, the less stuff you get for some reason, you know? Like, look at this, $150 knife, you got this nice presentation, which I'm forgetting how to put away. You know, you buy like a $400 or $500 knife, comes in a cardboard box, you know, or just a thick plastic bag. I don't get it. But anyway, so there's that nice little presentation. So if you happen to be giving this as a gift or something, it's nice. A little bonus. So who cares about sleeve? I'm not going to keep this stuff anyway. Once the video's over, that's it. I keep the packaging. For the knives I use anyway, I don't care about the packaging. Obviously, some collectible knives and stuff, I'll save it, you know, in case I want to trade back off or sell it or something. People do appreciate it. But anyway, the Kizer Shamshir. I love it. I think it's very cool. So let me know down in the comment section if you happen to have one, use one, what you think of it. But I was thoroughly impressed for the price tag. So that's all for now. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take it easy.